I never believed in ghosts. That was until I saw her. And no, it wasn't a trick of the light. It was real, and it happened in Wilson Hall at Ohio University. The building that's known for being strange. I didn't know any of the rumors when I first moved in, but after that night, I'd hear them all. And believe me, those rumors weren't nearly as terrifying as what I experienced. I still remember the first time I heard about the hauntings at Wilson Hall. I laughed it off, just some dumb ghost stories to scare the freshmen. But then I moved in. It started so small, I barely noticed at first. The doors, always shutting on their own. The kind of thing you brush off, right? The old building was falling apart. Maybe some old hinges. And the whispers? You'd hear them sometimes in the hallways late at night. But when I'd open the door to see who was talking, no one was ever there. But then came the footsteps. I remember the first night it happened. I was lying in bed, reading, when I heard them. Soft, deliberate footsteps. Slow, like someone was walking down the hallway, just outside my door. I froze. Maybe it was a neighbor, I thought. Maybe it was someone else just coming home late. But when I opened my door, nothing. Just silence, nothing but darkness. I told myself I was imagining things. I went back to bed, trying to forget it. But I couldn't. And that was the start of it. Over the next few nights, the footsteps came back. Every time I'd open the door, and every time no one would be there. Then it happened. One night I was lying there, half asleep, when I heard it again. That sound, the unmistakable creak of a door opening. Not my door, but one further down the hall. That was strange. I hadn't heard any doors open since the footsteps. I got up, heart pounding in my chest. I stepped into the hallway. It was empty, but there was something at the end of it. A figure. A woman. She was standing perfectly still, facing me. Her pale, almost ghostly skin glowed in the dim light from the hallway. She was dressed in an old-fashioned gown, the kind you'd see in a movie about the 1800s. I swear she was staring straight at me, her eyes, those eyes, burning into mine. I called out to her, "Hey, are you okay?" But she didn't move, not an inch. I should have run. I should have slammed my door shut, locked it, and never looked back. But instead, I was frozen. Completely. I couldn't look away. Then, slowly, so slowly, she started to move. But not like anyone else. She wasn't walking. She was gliding, floating, as if the floor beneath her didn't exist. Her movements were so unnatural, so wrong. I couldn't blink. I couldn't breathe. All I could do was watch her glide closer. And then, right before she reached my door, she vanished. Gone, just like that. I was so terrified, I ran to my roommate's room. I banged on the door, telling her what I'd seen. But when I turned back to the hallway, there she was again. Only this time, she was further down the hall, fading into the shadows. I could barely make her out, but I knew she was there, watching me, waiting. I didn't sleep that night. I couldn't. My mind was racing. I had to tell someone, anyone. But I knew no one would believe me. So I kept it to myself. Pause 3 seconds. For a while. But it didn't stop. Pause 3 seconds. Every night after that, I saw her again, sometimes at the end of the hall, sometimes right outside my door, and each time she was closer, closer. She was getting bolder, as if she knew I was afraid, as if she wanted me to see her. And then there was the last time. It was the middle of the night. Pause 3 seconds. I woke up to the sound of footsteps, soft, slow, just like before. But this time, it wasn't just footsteps. It was a whisper, a voice, her voice. I tried to ignore it, but the whispers kept getting louder. They were calling my name, my full name. Pause 3 seconds. I didn't know what to do. Should I look? Should I run? My body was frozen. I could feel my heart pounding in my chest. The whispers stopped, and that's when I saw her. She was standing at the foot of my bed. Just standing there, watching me. Pause 3 seconds. And then, in a voice so low, so cold, she whispered, "I'm waiting for you." Pause. 3 seconds. I never went back to that room. I couldn't. The building might have been old, but what happened there wasn't just some old rumor. It was real. So now I'm telling you this. The next time you hear about Wilson Hall or any old building with a history, think twice. Because sometimes, some places, they never really let you leave. Want more spine-chilling stories? Hit subscribe and join me for more.